What's up, guys? Welcome back to Between the Pylons. I'm John Camacho. Thank you so much for watching, and today we are talking about the 10th overall pick by the Philadelphia Eagles, Devonta Smith rookie watch. And hey guys, as I'm going through this video, if you do find yourself enjoying it, hey, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out, but hey, only if you enjoy. So what I like to do with these videos is I like to discuss how they were perceived as a rookie coming into the draft, how they're performing in their rookie year so far throughout the season, and then what the expectation should be for them moving forward. That's what we're going to do here, and let's first start with where he was expected to go, how he was seen in the pre-draft process. This is the graphic that I made for Devonta Smith right after he was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, and as you can see, there was really only one thing to question about this guy's game, and it was his slight frame. I think that's really the only reason he fell to 10 overall in this draft. This was an elite prospect that was valued very, very high in the draft for good reason. He had everything. He was an elite route runner. He had great hands. All of these things that you want to see from a player, we saw it from Devonta Smith. There was just a question about the package that was in. For me as well, it was something that I definitely questioned in his draft profile, and I think as we get into the film review, we're going to talk about a little bit more how that has not been an issue. I have seen no sign of his overall frame being an issue in press coverage. I've seen no signs of him struggling versus physical corners and anything like that. This dude's a baller. He's playing really, really well. Now, I will say the stats don't really project exactly how good this guy is playing on the field. At least I don't believe it does. He is ranked anywhere from 20 to 30 among all wide receivers in every major statistical category. And really, while those stats don't really blow you out of the water, it's kind of impressive considering, you know, he comes into a situation where he is expected to be the wide receiver one from day one on an offense with a new head coach, with a quarterback that, yes, he does know from college a little bit, but I mean, this is a guy who, you know, is not NFL proven yet in Jalen Hurts. And I would say overall, the passing offense has been a little underwhelming, both from a Jalen Hurts perspective. He has had some great moments, but it has been shaky at times. And then from a schematic perspective as well, it's been a little bit two-dimensional at times. So there's a lot of aspects to go into, you know, how well he's playing on the field versus his overall statistical output. I do think there's a little bit of a disconnect there right now, and I think, hey, that's a good thing moving forward, that we can expect that performance to stay at a high level and maybe the production to get up to be, you know, a top-end fantasy player and all of those things. Here are a couple things that I did find that I do find interesting. I do think point to maybe a larger picture that we're going to get into as this video unfolds. First of all, you know, 5th largest average yards per target just points to the fact that he is getting targeted down the field, not getting a ton of screen passes or, you know, close to the line of scrimmage throws, you know, ball in his hands, make a play. And I think that's a little bit of a disservice to him. Yeah, it's great he's getting, you know, a deep target share, but this is a guy that I consider to be lethal at every single level, not just, you know, a go up and get it deep down the field type of wide receiver. This is a guy who can be really, really dangerous at the line of scrimmage with the ball in his hands. So a little bit disappointing there. You know, he is 57th in targets per snap. That just points to an overall underutilization of him in the passing game, which again, that points to the same kind of thing I'm talking about, just an overall lack of targeting him and making him the featured wide receiver in an offense where he is clearly the most talented player at the wide receiver position on his team. I think that's very clear and obvious. Granted, he's a rookie, only has 12 NFL games under his belt, so maybe you don't give him the keys to the castle. Maybe that's, you know, where this organization is looking at it, and maybe as the, you know, rest of this season moves on and into the 2022 regular season, he will start to get more and more utilization, and that number will go up. So that's a very fair point overall. Let's go ahead and get right into the film portion of this video, where I can really just show you what I absolutely love about this dude. And really, hey, this is nothing that we didn't see from him at the college level. He is a technician as a route runner. We'll see him here on this deep crossing routes type of concept here, and as he's going across the field, he gets wide open. Look at what this dude does to this cornerback, number 25 for the Chargers. Very slight, very subtle, but he's able to create space with this little shoulder movement, forcing the cornerback to take one false step, giving him plenty of space down the middle of the field for a nice gain. Look, we already knew he was a route runner, and we already knew that he had good go up and get it contested catchability. You'll see here down the sideline, able to go up and get that ball against the Denver Broncos. Look, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. That's stuff that we knew. If you followed him in the pre-draft process, if you watched him at Alabama, we knew he was going to be really, really good at route running. We knew he was going to be pretty good at going up and catching the ball in contested catch situations. We saw that enough in college, and yeah, it is awesome that it is translated, and that's really, really important to see, but I kind of expected that, right? Let's talk about the one thing that I had questions about coming into his rookie year. How is he going to handle press man-to-man coverage? And right here, this I think is a great example against the Saints, his ability to get open versus one-on-one coverage, obviously not press. Marshawn Lattimore doesn't, put his hands on him at the very beginning of this play. That's fine. Look at what he does to Lattimore. Look at the amount of space he is able to create in a one-on-one situation. This dude absolutely burns Marshawn Lattimore, and just an absolutely beautiful release here. I mean, listen, again, I guess that does get into the conversation of, yeah, I knew he was good at that from college, but it is really nice to see against one of the more premium corners in the NFL. And then this last play that I want to show you here, I think, a lot of times the best way to see how a player is performing in certain aspects of the game is to see how the defense defends them, right? Devonta Smith has been really, really good at running those slant routes, getting open versus press man-to-man coverage. So what do the Giants do here on a third down? The Giants send their linebacker to absolutely take away that slant route, right? This is an option route that we've seen Devonta Smith run 100 times already, it seems like, this season. Basically, depending on the leverage of the cornerback, he's either going to go inside or outside, and on a third and short situation, he's probably going to be able to get open either way. Now, yeah, the ball doesn't go his way. Jalen Hurts isn't able to find him. It's incomplete, and they have to punt the ball. That's not Devonta Smith's fault. That's not his fault at all. That doesn't take away from the fact that, Devonta Smith does everything that you want to see from him there, especially considering the question marks that we had from him coming into the season. How is he going to handle NFL man-to-man physical cornerbacks? Well, he's showing that he's not only handling it really well, he is thriving in that scenario. He did it there, and he has done it all season long. This is a guy who, yeah, I get it. On the field, maybe not getting the amount of production that you would love to see, but he has been killing it in the film room, in my opinion, right? It seems like he's always open. It seems like he is doing everything right. And while the production may not be to the level that Eagles fans would absolutely love, like he's not setting the absolute world on fire the way maybe a Jamar Chase is right now, he is performing really, really well in this offense. Now, I would actually point to the offense as a whole as, kind of a problem right now. First of all, I talked about his targets per snap at 57th in the NFL. That is less than other rookies: Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Rashad Bateman, Ronald Moore, Elijah Moore, and Kadarius Toney. Now, granted, in the case of a Kadarius Toney or Elijah Moore, they have significantly less snaps than Devonta Smith does, so that definitely factors in. But at the end of the day, Devonta Smith needs more, and it doesn't need to be 14 yards down the field. It needs to be more slant routes, more screen passes, more, hey, our entire play design is designed around getting you the ball in space, all right? There's a million different ways to do it. There's a million different examples across the NFL, so why is he not getting that opportunity? He is electric with the ball in his hands. There is really no reason that I can see why you wouldn't give him a couple extra plays every single week, 2 to 3 plays a week, where this is a let's see what Devonta Smith can do with the ball in his hand type of play. I'm seeing Jalen Waddle get that opportunity every week. I'm seeing Jamar Chase get that opportunity on a regular basis. I'm seeing it from other rookies. So why am I not seeing it from a Devonta Smith in a passing game that has been, you know, less than spectacular? Especially over the past 4 weeks, the Giants game was the first game in the past 4 weeks where they passed the ball more than they ran the ball, and that was out of necessity a little bit, right? So, you know, when they do throw the ball, they need to be targeting a Devonta Smith as much as possible. And then the other aspect of that is I do think they need to move him around the field a little bit more than they are, right? He is lining up at the outside wide receiver position 89.6% of the time. All right, so he is getting a slot receiver role just 10.4%. And I know what you're thinking, well, yeah, he's an outside wide receiver. That makes sense. I get that. It absolutely does. He should certainly be lining up outside more than in the slot. He is not a slot receiver at any point. But if you look at really any other top receiver in the game, any other offense, they move their top guy around, right? Like it's everywhere, period. You look at Justin Jefferson, 31.7% in the slot. AJ Brown, 35.1%. Stephon Diggs, 20.2%. All wide receivers that we would all agree are wide receiver ones on their team, outside wide receivers for the most part, they're still getting opportunities in the slot. I think Devonta Smith's snap percentage in the slot definitely needs to go up. I think that would, overall just increase the amount of chances that he gets, the amount of ways that he can impact the game and, really screw up the defense. I think that's important. All right, guys, I will hop off my soapbox and close this video out. Listen, I'm a little bit passionate about this subject. I think this dude is an incredibly talented player, and I do think he is being underutilized, and it's a little bit criminal. And listen, maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. I get that he is a rookie, only played 12 weeks in the NFL so far. So for me to be calling for him to be a bigger part of the offense, maybe that's a little bit unfair to a Nick Sirianni who might have a very legitimate plan for his use in the offense over the next 2 or 3 years. I would just like to see that, sped up a little bit. If that's a 2 to 3 year plan, let's make it a 2 to 3 week plan, because this dude, I believe, is supremely talented. I think I've shown in this video, and I think you could probably find others on YouTube talking about how well he has adjusted the NFL game, how good he is playing right now. Is it perfect? No, but it is really, really good. And he has an opportunity to be the best wide receiver in this class. And this is a class with a Jamar Chase who has been absolutely killing it in Cincinnati, and a Jalen Waddle who over the past 4 weeks has become the monster target share of that Dolphins offense. It doesn't matter. Devonta Smith really could end up being the best out of all of them. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm saying he certainly has the physical ability to be that, right? But all right, guys, I will end it right there. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, because it really does help me out a lot. And let me know in the comments, what did I miss on Devonta Smith? What could I have done better in this video for showing why I think he is so good? Let me know. I really do appreciate the feedback. And until next time, guys, peace.